Good afternoon, everyone. How have you been doing? I hope you're all fine and safe during this difficult time. I'm Si Hong, a teacher of English at Bradley New Generation High School. Today, we will move to another unit, Unit 11, Life's What You Make It. And we will focus on the grammar point, present perfect continuous. Without further any delay, let's get started, shall we? Here are the lesson objectives. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to use present perfect continuous or progressive both in written and spoken English. Differentiate between present perfect simple and present perfect continuous through comparison. But let's check our homework first. It's about making inferences. This is a bit longer text. I don't need to read them all. You can read them at home. And the answer will be provided below. So here is the answer for your homework from the previous week. Another homework is about try to figure out the meaning of the underlined word using context clues without using a dictionary. In case you don't know the word, don't just look up in the dictionary, just guess the meaning based on the context clue first. 1. The annual bazaar is scheduled for the last day of school. It's always a fun festival. So the answer is a bazaar is a festival of some sort. We can infer this because a synonym of it is offer nearby. 2. You look pretty happy about it, not like you're all bent out of shape at all, he noted. The answer is all bent out of shape means unhappy, angry, which is the opposite of happy. 3. No, that didn't actually happen, she said. I was speaking figuratively. Figuratively likely means not real or literal. We can infer this because an antonym is offered nearby. The one reference did not happen actually or in real life, but she talked about it in an unreal sense, figuratively. 4. In Britain, they call the trunk of a car the boot. So the boot is the trunk of a car. Yeah, we can infer this because the context clue is given is in the form of a definition already. And number 5, no, she said, I'm as carefree about it as a bird floating among the clouds. We can guess or infer that carefree means happy without worries in a good place. You don't care about anything at all. You're carefree. You don't worry about anything. The context clue is a comparison in the form of a simile. The person feels the same as a bird that is flying in the clouds, which helps us understand how they feel. 6. He looked absolutely flummoxed, like a baby learning to walk, staring down at his feet on the floor, who just isn't sure about whether he can do it or not. The answer we can infer that flummoxed means uncertain, hesitant, nervous. This is another example of a comparison context clue. He also uses a simile to paint a picture of how the man feels, like he's trying to learn to walk for the first time. He is unsure about whether he can do it or not. 7. She looked at the random collection that had been thrown in the packing box at the last minute, from toothpaste and razors to spatulas and sticky notes. Well, that's quite a melange, isn't it? She remarked. We can infer that melange means a mixture or assortment of different items or a group of different things, like toothpaste, razors, spatulas, and sticky notes. So I like you guys to have a look at common mistakes of form of present perfect continuous. 1. I've been learning English for 3 years. 2. I've learned English for 3 years. 3. I've been learning English for 3 years. So the correct form is I've been learning English for 3 years, or I've learned English for 3 years. Let's have another look at common mistakes of use. Before we look at the common mistake of form, now we look at the common mistake of use. 1. I learned English for 3 years. The form is correct, but the use is not. 2. I've been knowing her for a long time. 3. I've been writing 3 letters today. 4. I'm hot because I will run. So what are the correct use? There. Here they are. 1. I have been learning English for 3 years. 2. I've known her for a long time. 3. I've written 3 letters today. 4. I'm hot because I've been running. Can you guys guess what we will learn today? Yeah, it's about grammar, present perfect continuous, or present perfect progressive. I'd like you guys again to read the story and underline the present perfect continuous. But let's have a look at this picture first. Who are they? What have they been doing? Where have they been going? Yeah, they are Rose and Maratha. They are best friends. They have been spending time together since they were young. Every morning they get dressed and walk to the post office together. They have been walking together to the post office every morning for the past 10 years. Lately, Maratha has not been feeling well. Ruth has been walking to the post office alone each morning. Then she visits Maratha at home. She has been bringing Maratha her mail every morning for 2 weeks. She hopes Maratha feels better soon. So can you underline the present perfect continuous of this short story? Yeah, they have been spending time. They have been walking. Maratha has not been feeling well. Ruth has been walking. She has been bringing. Okay, so let's have a look at the form of present perfect continuous. Plus sign refers to the positive sentence. Here is the form. Yeah, subject plus have plus has plus been plus present participle. For example, they have been spending time together. Minus sign refers to the negative sentence. We just add not after have or has, that's it. For example, lately Maratha has not been feeling well. Question mark refers to the question sentence. We just move have or has to the front and then plus subject plus been plus present participle. Don't forget question mark. For example, have you been learning English for 3 years? What about its use? Yeah, we use present perfect continuous to express an activity which began in the past and continues to the present. For example, he's been teaching music for years. Does he stop teaching music? Of course not. He is still teaching music until now. Number 2, to refer to an activity with a result in the present. For example, I'm hot because I've been running. And here is the comparison between present perfect simple and present perfect continuous. While the present perfect simple focuses on the result, present perfect continuous focuses on the activity. For example, you will clean the bathroom. It looks lovely. I've been gardening. It's so nice out there. Present perfect simple says how many things you have done, while the present perfect continuous says how long, or it refers to duration of time or the activity we have been doing. For example, she's read 10 books this summer. She's been reading that book all day. And present perfect simple, it describes completed action, means something already finished. For example, I've written you an email. I have sent an email to you already. I have finished writing it already. While the present perfect continuous describes an activity which may continue. For example, I've been writing emails. I haven't finished writing emails yet. I am in the process of writing now. And when we can see the evidence of action activity, we have to use present perfect continuous too. For example, the grass looks wet. Has it been raining? We see the evidence, right? The grass looks wet. So the tense we will use is present perfect continuous. I know I'm really red. I've been running. Okay. Please also note sometimes there's a little or no difference in meaning between both tenses. For example, how long have you worked here? Or how long have you been working here? Both are possible. Some verbs have the idea of a long term, such as wait, work, learn, travel, play. We often found those verbs in the present perfect continuous. Please note, sometimes there is little or no difference in meaning between the two tenses. For example, how long have you worked here? How long have you been working here? Both are possible. Some words have the idea of a long time, such as wait, work, learn, travel, play, often found in the present perfect continuous. For instance, I've been waiting for hours. Some verbs then have the idea of a long duration, such as find, start, buy, die, lose, break, stop. We don't usually find all of these verbs in the present perfect continuous. For example, I bought a new dress. My cat has died. My radio is broken. State verbs such as like, love, know, have for the possession are not often used in the present perfect continuous. For instance, we've known each other for 2 weeks. But we can't say we will be knowing each other for 2 weeks. If the sentence gives a number or a quantity, present perfect simple is used, not the present perfect continuous. For example, I've been writing emails all morning. How many emails have you written? I have written 20. So 20 is about number or quantity. Not I've been writing 20. I've been writing emails all morning. It talks about the duration or a period of time you have done something. So the present perfect continuous is used. Let's go to the practice. So choose the correct tense. You have 2 minutes. 1. How long have you been waiting, or how long are you waiting here? What is the correct option? Yeah, the correct option is have you been waiting. 2. I have bought a computer 2 weeks ago. Which one is the correct option? Yeah, bought. 3. Alice has been looking or has looked for a new job for ages. Yeah, the correct one is has been looking. 4. How long have you had or have you been having your car? We don't use state verb in the present perfect continuous, so the correct option is have you had. 5. Sue has been talking or has talked on her phone for ages. The correct option is has been talking. The last one, number 6, she's been speaking or has spoken to at least 6 friends. The correct answer is has spoken. Never ever forget, this is your homework. Yeah, underline the correct sentence if both tenses are possible. Underline the present perfect continuous. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last but not least, thank you so much for paying attention to our video today.